Welcome back to the Encrypted Capital recap for Monday, January 11th. Huge news right now. $200 billion have been wiped off cryptocurrency markets in 24 hours as Bitcoin pulls back. So, Bitcoin has retraced from roughly $42,000 as low as $30,000. So, right now we're looking at a 26% pullback. I found this article over here. It says Bitcoin's big drop again coincides with dollar bounce in Forex markets. So let's go ahead. We'll take a look over at the Dixie or the US dollar currency index. We can see right here that it has bounced off a support line of roughly $89 and is starting to work its way back up. Normally, when that happens, Bitcoin will reverse as they do run in an inverse market cycle. Whatever Bitcoin is doing, if it's moving to the upside, the Dixie tends to move to the downside and vice versa. I found this article here from the Daily Hodl. It says that analysts warn crypto traders not to be whale food as Bitcoin price plummets. Crypto trader and analyst Lark Davis says whale games are at play as Bitcoin takes a nosedive below $34,000. In a new synopsis of the markets, Davis says large Bitcoin holders are capitalizing on the massive move to the downside and hoping retail investors sell their BTC. It goes on to say that there are very rich and powerful players in this market who are very good at manipulating the market. They're good at playing the game, right? And they play the game with billions of dollars in capital at a time. They shake the market with massive sell offs while at the same time shorting the market. Then, when the market's down, they take your Bitcoin that you panic sold after a 10% drop, rinse and repeat, gaining more Bitcoin and adding to their positions. This is the process of trying to shake you out of your position. Remember, friends, don't be whale food. I think she makes a very good point. You do have some very big players that are playing in the market here. And I found this very interesting article from Coindesk today. It's titled The Institutions Use This Strategy to Hide Their Bitcoin Orders. And it goes on to talk about a reloading or refill strategy, which involves breaking a larger order into several smaller batches. So, for example, a trader looking to buy 1,000 Bitcoin puts a bid or a buy order for 50 and waits for the exchange to execute the partial trade, say for instance 45, before refilling the order back to 50. The process is repeated until the original quantity of 1,000 Bitcoins is filled. So it's almost like they're masking their trades. And so you have to understand that these institutional investors are very, very good at manipulating the market. Not only do they do it by this reloading and refilling, but they're also able to buy, purchase, and sell their Bitcoin in what's called over the counter, which I think is an interesting name for it because over the counter really means under the table, meaning that the orders that they're purchasing or selling do not get shown on the public market books. Tether mints record 2 billion USDT in 1 week. We talked about this before. Tether is in some hot water right now with the US government. They do have a lawsuit that is pending where they need to turn over all of their financial documents to the US government on January 15th. And they have to prove that they basically have the backing of all the tether that they are minting. So this is basically almost like quantitative easing, in my opinion, only for cryptocurrencies. So Tether mints record 2 billion in 1 week. The Tether printed $2 billion back tokens last week, which is a new record for the leading stablecoin project. Over 24.6 billion tethers now circulate across Ethereum, Tron, and Bitcoin's Omni layer per data from Coinmetrics, and that's up 4.8 billion from 1 year ago. So the growth comes from a variety of factors, says Sam Trabucco, quantitative trader at Alameda Research. Some people don't put trust in their local banks or currencies, he said, in which case using USDT is the most liquid USD-like exposure the market has access to. So what happens is when traders want to take their profit, they don't want to go directly into the US dollar or into their bank account because that would trigger a taxable activity. So a lot of the times what they do is they go into USDT or USD Tether. There are also other stable coins like USD coin, and they'll use USDT to essentially hold their profits because USDT is pegged to the dollar. So it goes on to say that concurrent with its meteoric supply growth, increased attention has been paid to question about Tether's backing, an issue that is even the subject of an inquiry by the New York State Attorney General's office. So, per prior court statements, Tether reserves include cash, short-term reserves, and other cryptocurrencies, but no bank statements or legal documents supporting this claim have been published since 2018, when Bahamas-based Deltec Bank published an unsigned letter affirming that Tether held 1.8 billion in reserves, matching the amount of USDT at the time. So in April 2019, Tether supply was only about 74% backed by fiat equivalents per a statement from its general counsel. So Tether really needs to prove if they actually have all of the money, all of the US dollars backing USD Tether. And we should find out an answer to this in the coming week. So let's go ahead. We'll take a look at the coin market cap today. Bitcoin right now is at $33,462. Ethereum is at $1,019, and XRP is at $27. And I went ahead and found this on Twitter. It says, I have no words, real Bitcoin volume of almost 19 billion so far today. Look at the top of 2017 in December compared to this craziness today. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. I mean, it's just insane amount of volume compared to where we were in 2018. Definitely a lot of institutional buyers are in the marketplace right now, and the media is fueling the retail traders to go ahead and get into the market. And we talked about this yesterday. All of these people coming in saying that Bitcoin is less risky because it's moving higher, which I said was completely false and that we were due for a correction. And sure enough, here we are. JP Morgan spouting out their $146,000 price prediction, and within a few days, of course, the price comes crashing down. So whenever I see a media narrative getting pushed so aggressively, it always makes me question, which is why it's always a great idea to take your profits off the table, have some cash in reserve so you can buy these dips, because a lot of people, a lot of retail traders, they went in, they saw green for almost, a week or two straight, and they started FOMO buying, and what happens? They get wrecked, and all that money basically ends up getting transferred back to the whales, because not only are they making money on the upside, but they are shorting the market at the top. They're making money all the way down, and then they're going ahead and buying more at a set price, and they are increasing their positions and their market share when that happens. And the retail traders that sell are contributing to the whales increasing their profit and their market share. So always have some cash on reserve. Don't get greedy. Keep some set off to the side, because I've done this today, and now I'm going to be going in and buying things that I see are tremendously discounted on sale. So let's go ahead. Let's just even take a look here. Right now, we're looking at Ethereum 20% off, Tron 14% off, Dash 20% off, Bitcoin Cash 27% off. If you would have just waited and had some money on the side, you would be able to buy these assets at a discount. And I do believe that it may go a little bit lower, but it's always good to ease into your position. So let's go on to the next article here. This is from James Rule XRP, and he mentioned some very interesting Stellar facts. It says Stellar developments in a minute. XLM has a bright future. And I'm going to go ahead and read off just how crucial of a project I feel Stellar XLM is, due to the fact that they are working with all of these central bank digital currencies. They are working with a lot of foreign governments. So just to name a few, Ukraine government chosen Stellar for central bank digital currency. Biggest regulated USD stablecoin, USDC, coming to Stellar in February. And guys, if you don't want to use USDT because you're scared of the outcome of what may come from the lawsuit, you guys can go ahead and convert into USDC. Coinbase does have that on their platform, although you cannot hold USDC in your Ledger wallet. Another one, OCC allowed US banks can use regulated stablecoins like USDC. Starting from February, any US banks would use Stellar as public blockchain. OCC allowed US banks can use regulated stablecoins like USDC. Starting from February, any US banks would use Stellar as public blockchain. First bank backed euro stablecoin from an ancient German bank on Stellar. Stellar given attention by World Bank for loans. Coinbase, they're launching a Visa debit card, and they're giving you 4% rewards in XLM. That's huge. 70 billion valued Stripe funded Stellar in 2014, and Stellar is sitting on 2 billion XLM, and that's a potential use of XLM for its payment infrastructure. We have cross-border remittance between Nigeria and Europe via Kauri Tempo on Stellar, and LightNet cross-border remittances in Asia, launching in 7-Eleven on Stellar, and there's a couple more here. Stellar's transaction all-time high happened 2 days ago, versus many of other top coins had their transaction all-time high in 2017, 2018. Stellar has integrated DEX in its protocol and lets you trade from your wallet. So DEX is a decentralized exchange. Don't have to worry about KYC or AML. You can do it via DEX. And Stellar has some of the lowest fees on the market. And England-based crypto-native company WireX with 3 million customers became a principal member of Visa, and WireX will launch 26 stablecoins on the Stellar blockchain, including USD, Euro, GBP, HKD, and SGD. And last but not least, Samsung Galaxy smartphones support Stellar blockchain. Users can store Stellar private keys, inbuilt blockchain wallet, and it also enables Stellar developers to build blockchain apps for Samsung smartphones. And Stellar Lumens might be added to PayPal next, since PayPal's cryptocurrency partner Paxos already offers Stellar Lumens. So I don't know what more to say. I think Stellar Lumens, along with XRP and a host, there's a few other coins, but I think are going to do very, very well this next coming bull run. And it would be wise to at least look into XRP and Stellar a little bit more yourself if you haven't already. And last but not least, a rare unseen image of Coinbase's servers. This was pretty funny. Coinbase seems to be having huge issues and uptime when it comes to large transaction volumes taking place during Bitcoin's bull runs, especially when it hit about 40K. People were unable to trade or sell or purchase any Bitcoins on their platform. And we did see that happen with a couple other exchanges. So word to the wise, definitely a good idea to have multiple on and off ramps when you're dealing with cryptocurrencies. You don't want to have to go to just Coinbase all the time. If you are trying to sell or buy at a critical time, definitely have your currencies stored on a ledger or in cold storage, and then move those to the exchanges that are up when it's time to go ahead and cash out or purchase more. And that will do it for the Encrypted Capital recap for January 11th. If you like what you heard, please drop us a like or comment and hit that subscribe button, and we will catch you all in the next video.